Welcome to Balanced Body and Beyond. My name is Elise, your yoga coach, and today I'm here to guide you through a full body yoga practice to help you feel rejuvenated, work out all the sticky spots, and give you a new perspective by the time this practice is completed. So please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this with your friends, and give me feedback. I know that was a whole lot I just said, but all those things, hitting the like button, subscribe button, hitting comments, it all gives the channel a little boost so we can keep this channel rolling and see it grow into who knows what's possible. That being said, roll out your mat. We're going to begin in a seated position and let's get started. You can rest your palms onto your legs comfortably. You might shut your eyes and begin drawing air in and out through your nostrils. Let's check in, dedicating this time to your yoga practice. No matter how long or short our practice is, we want to be fully present. So let yourself just arrive onto your mat, both physically, mentally, and emotionally. We're going to add a little movement in with our breath. As you inhale, I want you to feel a sensation of lifting your rib cage up away from your hips and lengthening your spine. And then as you exhale, you're going to tuck your chin in and drop your head gently. So inhale, broadening through your chest, lifting your rib cage up away from your hips. Exhale, rounding the spine and pulling your chin in, almost as if you were mimicking doing cat-cow pose. Lengthening spine and rounding spine. You can make this movement bigger and bigger. Inhaling, opening through the front of the body, expanding through the front of the body. Exhale. Feel the roundness down the spine. With your eyes shut or eyes wide open. Inhale, looking forward, and then reaching our arms overhead. Interlock your fingers, big stretch up, and a side bend, taking a little peek under your arm. And then the other way. Palms up to the ceiling, or the sky, or the trees. And then we're going to twist. Take your hands to your hip, look over your shoulder. Inhale, arms lift, and exhale, other side. If you're not comfortable here with your legs crossed, you can extend your legs out. You can kneel. You might even sit on an elevated surface. So lots of options. Design the practice to meet the needs of your body today. I'll guide you, give you encouragement, suggest lots of different options, but in the end, you do what suits you the best. Arms up and open wide. Awesome. Take your fingertips to your shoulders and we'll do some shoulder circles. Letting go of any stress, tension, tightness that you might have around your neck and shoulders. Continuing with long, deep breaths. And then change directions. Resting the arms down, we're going to extend out. Now, rotate one thumb down and the other thumb up. And then we're just going to move those hands. Thumb down, thumb up. Maybe get more of rotation. And then we're just gonna add a little twist side to side. So pulling your rib cage from one side to the next. So this movement from our hands actually warms up the muscles around the shoulder. And then I want you to turn your head, look one way and then the other way. Reaching, stretching. I actually feel that right into my hips, probably because I'm seated in this folded position. One more. And then we're going to slide our hands behind us. Fingertips point to your hips. So this should give the hips a little relief. Lift your chest. And if you'd like to lift your hips, go ahead. That feels good for me. Just getting out of that forced flex position. Hips come down. Send the soles of your feet flat onto the mat. Knees together, feet together. We're going to lift the legs side to side, warming up our abdominal muscles a bit here. If that's too much for you, try one leg. Still get all the great benefits of flexion and extension of the knees, working through our core, and starting to feel a little heat. One more on each side. Awesome. We're going to swing our legs behind us and come into child's pose. Pushing your hips back. You can have your knees about hip-width distance apart, but certainly permission to have the knees closer together or wider as your body needs. Now relax the arms. Let the arms hang heavily on the mat. Go ahead and spread your fingers wide. Now from here, we're going to lift our elbows up off the mat, drawing our shoulder blades together. And then let the elbows rest back down. Inhale, lift your elbows up. Exhale, elbows come down to the mat. A little work through the back of the shoulder here. And as you focus on this movement, squeezing the shoulder blades together, maybe you just don't focus on any of the tighter areas you might be experiencing. We put our focus on the movement. Let your elbows rest down. We're going to glide our body weight forward. So bringing our hands under our shoulders, we're going to do a little circle over the wrists, warming up through our wrists a bit here. And then change directions. Spread your fingers wide and your gaze is to your fingertips, but pulling in our chin, having an awareness. We have a long back. Pause here, and then we're going to come up into a tall kneeling position. If you need to do this seated, you certainly can do this seated or even standing or even in a chair. We're going to do a side bend, one hand down, one hand up, look to the top hand. And then switch and gaze to your top hand. One more on each side, we'll hold this. And then one more. Both arms up, inhale. We're going to come into bird dog. So as our hands rest onto the mat, we set ourselves in a tabletop position. Extend your left leg. And now extend your right arm. Find some balance here. And we're going to bring the elbow and knee under the body. Extend. Now listen, hold here. And then you're going to take your arm and leg off to the side. Back to the center. Under the body. Reach long. Open laterally with the arm and leg. And reset to your starting position. Awesome. So you have the flow. Working through our stabilizer muscles. And honestly, The entire body is working together to make these movement patterns happen effectively with control. Yep. You want to reach out like you're getting ready to shake someone's hand with your thumb up. And you want to drive your heel away from your body like you're pushing something away from you. Let's extend out and hold, resetting bird dog. And then switch. But before you switch, just make sure you've recentered and then set yourselves up for success with a strong core. As you reach out, make sure you feel your arm just beside the side of your face. And then we go under the body and then moving laterally with the arm and leg. Awesome. So our deck here, I don't know that I've mentioned this before, has been under construction literally for 3 years. It's been a work in progress, but we hope to be completely done with it by the end of this month. Eventually, you will not see a white deck. This is all primer on the deck, but we have our work cut out for us to paint it here in the next few weeks. Hopefully, weather will cooperate. Good. We have one more here. And then you're going to reset bird dog. You've ever had those home projects that take literally years to complete? Both hands and both knees come down to the mat. You're going to reset child's pose. And in this child's pose, move both hands to the left side of the mat and then just stack your right hand on top of your left. So we'll take a little side stretch here, taking pressure off our hands. You might even turn your head slightly to the side. And then the other side. So stacking your left hand on top of your right. And taking your hands back to the center of the mat. Resetting child's pose. And now gliding your body weight forward. Awesome. We're going to set up our high plank. Reminder, when you're in high plank, if it bothers your wrists, your hands to be in this position, you can take pressure off by working from the knees. You can also take pressure off by coming to your forearms. From here, we're going to move into downward dog, lifting our hips up, looking to the back of our mat, and pedaling out our feet, alternating heel presses, shifting your weight side to side, drawing your rib cage towards your thighs, gazing to the back of your mat, pressing both heels down now, feeling that phenomenal stretch down the back of the legs, through your hips, opening your shoulders. With small steps, we'll travel the feet forward, walking up to the fingertips, and then let your head hang. We're going to bend both knees a little bit, and then we're going to try to just straighten the legs without locking out the knees. So give the knees a little bend, and then straighten them out. Just a few more like this. Pausing with a small bend to your knees, roll up one vertebrae at a time, lifting our arms up, 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 up. Both arms reach high, and we'll take another side stretch, just sandwiching our head between our arms. center, and then switch. And center. Swing your arms around and taking chair pose. Pushing your hips back and down. Inhale, lift up. And we're going to come in and out of chair pose a handful of times. Big arm circles, building some momentum. Use your breath. Exhale as you come down. Inhale as you lift up. Up and hold. Swan dive down. Holding this forward fold. Relaxing through your shoulders, relaxing through your facial muscles. Inhale, half lift, lengthening out our spine, drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Can you imagine that you had a full glass of water? And you're going to rest that glass on your back. And you don't want anything to spill out of it. Could you balance that glass on your back right now? Alrighty, exhale, fold. Oh, your glass just fell. And step your left leg back. You're going to take a long, low lunge. We're going to move between this lunge and then straighten your front leg for pyramid. And you're going to do a little rocking motion. Forward and then back. All right, come down to your lunge and just hold tight here. And we'll put our back knee on the mat. Inhale, bring your arms overhead, and you're going to send your right leg out, off to the side. Fingertips are going to come to the temples. And now you're going to do a side bend, having the elbow draw towards the mat. And now you're going to rotate so your chest is parallel to the mat. Then you unwind yourself and come back up where your shoulders balance over your hips. So we'll repeat, side bend, a little pinch in your waistline, rotate, great training for our core, unwind yourself, and then reset. Now while you're doing this, you want to press the sole of your right foot firmly to the floor. This is a great mobility drill for your spine because we are bending and then rotating. And it takes all sorts of different core muscles to integrate to make this movement happen. One more. And then back up, reach up. Bring your foot forward, good. And then we're going to take both hands to the inside of your front foot. See if you can pick up your back knee here. We're going to turn to the side of the mat and we're going to do some lateral lunging, moving our weight side to side, and the soles of our feet are going to stay flat here. Try to drop your hips. So a lot of folks who are tighter in the hip area will experience their hips being way up high. That's okay. Some folks might not have the range of motion in their knees to bend more than 90 degrees. So you do what your body's willing to do. Take what you can get and be good with that. We're going to walk our hands back to the top of the mat, the front of the mat. Reset your lunge. And now send both feet back. We're going to do another core drill here. I'm going to have you come to your knees to set up for this exercise. And laying on the right side of your body, you're then going to draw the left foot in front of you. And you can have your elbow directly under your shoulder. And there's one line from your elbow to your hip. to your extended leg, okay? So imagine your body's on a balance beam here. You're gonna pick your hips up. Now, in order to pick your hips up, you can use your foot by pushing the foot into the mat, help elevate your body. Good, and you'll just keep reaching this left hand up and down with the hips. Now, you could do this from your palm. But having this leg in this position, you're also gonna get a really nice stretch through the outside of that top hip. So let's lift and hold. And while you're holding, we'll reach overhead. Bring your palm down and then reach overhead. It's a little range of motion for our shoulder here. Again, building heat. Challenging move. Strengthening our core. Helping to rejuvenate us. Arm reaches overhead. Gaze to the top hand. Awesome. Lay down onto your belly. Palms under shoulders. Let's lift for a little cobra. You could stay in cobra or you could come up to an upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. If your body's craving to pedal out the feet, shift the weight a little bit, go ahead and do it. Listen to your bodies, honor how you feel today. And now let's walk the feet forward. Letting your head hang heavily. Feeling a bigger tug down the spine. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, bending your knees slightly, reverse swan dive. Well done. Made it through half our sequence. Come into chair pose, feet are close together. Reach with the fingertips, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Tuck your tailbone under. Ah, super duper. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive. Feel that forward fold. Rather than double knee bends, which we did earlier, we're gonna do alternating single knee bends. And when we do the single knee bend, we rock the hips a little bit. And your stretch is gonna feel different. Feeling probably more of a tug down one side of the body, maybe from the outside of your ankle all the way up to your hip. Rebalance your hips over your ankles, keeping the legs still. Inhale, half lift. Let's get that long spine in. And then as we fold, we'll take our right leg behind us on this round. So long, low lunge. You should have your toes right underneath your nose. So if it's not there, you can work on pushing that foot more forward, because most likely your foot's probably farther back if it's not in correct position. Now we'll go into our pyramid pose, straightening our front leg, pushing our back heel down to the mat, and then rocking forward. Make sure your head travels with you in alignment with the spine. So as you come into pyramid, look to the back of the mat, and as you drop to your lunge, look to the front of the mat. Let's hold our low lunge, and then we'll drop our back knee down, coming into a half kneeling position. We're gonna slide the left leg off to the side. Check out the sole of your foot is flat, and your fingertips then come to the temples. So we do our side bend here. Drop your rib cage to your hips. Rotate, looking straight down to the mat. Unwind. And reset, shoulders over hips. Continue to feel the flow of air coming in and out of your body as some of our exercises become more difficult. and require maybe a little bit more concentration, we might lose sight of our breath. So keeping our attention and focus on not only what we're doing with our body, but also retaining our continuous deep breathing. We'll bring our shoulders over our hips and pause, stretching our arms up, bringing our palms down to the mat. And then we're gonna lay on the side of our body again, letting the left hip rest down. And as the left hip comes down, pull the right leg over so the sole of your right foot is flat. Lift the hips up. Right, and once you feel like you're in this supported side plank, we'll go down with the hip and up with the hip. Good. Imagine there was a wall right behind you and your backside is connected to the wall and your top hand is connected to the wall. Right, so you're not diving forward or leaning back in an awkward way. Right, 2 big core exercises back to back. Well done. Let's lift and hold. And then we're going to move our arm, reaching the arm overhead. And then palm comes down towards your hips. Overhead. And then down. Inhale. And exhale. Reset your arm over the body. Look to the top hand. And everything rests down. We'll lay on our bellies, coming into our cobra pose. Palms are under our shoulders. Lift your chest. You might move into your up dog. Exhale into down dog. Well done. Feet move forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive. And let's send ourselves into chair pose one more time. Inhale, lift. We're going to set warrior 3 legs, but with our hands positioned at heart center. So with our hands palms together, squeezing together, creating some stabilization here. We're going to lift our left leg. You might start with your toe on the ground and you start shifting body weight into the front leg. Now, as you bow forward, that left leg lifts. See what you can do to maintain balance. If you lose balance, don't worry about it. Just start again. Holding our hands at our chest does feel differently if you're used to doing warrior 3 with your arms extended. And from here, we're going to lift our knee in front, take our arms overhead, transitioning, still balancing. Single leg raise. And from our single leg raise, we're going to step our left leg back to find warrior 1. So send a long step back. If you didn't get enough step back, you can bring that front foot more forward and settle into warrior 1. Relax your shoulders. Bending your elbows 90 degrees. You're going to twist, take a little peek over your left shoulder, and then look forward. Again, rotate and look forward. Right? For our spinal health, it's important to get all these directional changes from flexion and extension to lateral movement, side to side movement, and then rotational movement, which is demonstrated here. Hold. Arms reach up. We're going to open up to warrior two. So just pull your back heel in. Front knee is still bent 90 degrees, but the back foot, now the side of the foot's parallel to the back edge of your mat. Strong warriors. Straighten your front leg. We're going to move into triangle pose, so reach and side hinge down. Can you gaze to your top hand? We're going to return to our low lunge. Bend your front knee. Awesome. Both feet back, high plank. Chest lowers down. You can lift for cobra or upward dog, downward dog. And feet move forward. From here, we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time, bringing our arms overhead, and we're going to do that sequence now on the other half of the body. So let's establish balance, bringing our hands to heart center. And now we'll lift our right leg. It might help to start with the toe behind you and then begin to bow, slowly lifting your leg and balancing. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. Don't give up. Balancing is a tough thing. But we're going to continue to practice it, continue to strengthen our core, which is a big component of finding good balance. We're going to bring our knee up in front of the hip, arms overhead. Again, if you touch down, no big deal. I just did. And here we go, standing leg raise. And from our standing leg raise, let's step back for warrior one. Might have to fidget into it a little bit, work the feet into a better positioning so you can access your best warrior one. We'll bend our elbows 90 degrees, opening through our chest, and then twisting, looking over our shoulder, looking forward. Yeah. A few more. Love it. And hold. Extend your arms up, and then we'll open to warrior two. So as you pull your back heel in, your arms are going to go wide. Front knee bends again. Get your body collected and organized for warrior two. Let's see your best warrior two. Shoulders rest away from ears. You can produce that audible breath. I can't hear you, unfortunately, but you can hear yourself, right? Straighten your front leg, and let's prepare for triangle, reaching first, and then side hinging down. Returning to our low lunge by bending our front knee, taking our hands onto the mat. Send both feet back, high plank, chest comes down, cobra, up dog, down dog. It's our last down dog here, gang. You're gonna come to your knees. Well done. And have a seat. We're gonna take a 90-degree bend to both knees. We do a little hip mobility drill here. So starting in this position, you can use your hands as much as you want. We're gonna swing this back leg in front and then in back, right? Maybe no hands, and maybe cross your heel in front of the knee. It's gonna look a little different for everyone. See what you can do. If it doesn't work for you, just stay here in this stretch and make the very best of it. Keep your leg behind. There's another mobility drill for your hip. You're gonna pick up your knee, and then you're gonna try to lift your back foot, right? You might have to rock forward to make that happen. Maybe it feels like your back foot's lifting, but wait, it's not coming off the ground. That's a pretty normal experience as well. Remember, what you do on one side doesn't always match what you can do on the other. So be patient with yourself. Do the best you can. That's all you can do. But if you do the best you can, you won't have any regrets. And that is important. All right, holding here. Let's swing our legs the other way. The good news is we're down on our mat and we're not getting back up. So we are approaching the end. But before that happens, let's get into this hip. Crossing over, maybe using your hands for support, maybe not, maybe dragging the foot, or lifting it high. Let's leave the leg behind us now, and we'll try to lift the knee and foot. And again, whatever you want to do with your arms here is fine. Lift the knee, lift the back foot. You may not use the hands. Knee, foot. Try to avoid body rocking, which I certainly feel my body rocking a little bit front to back, but doing my best not to. Yeah? You might get a cramp right here. I see that a lot when I do this drill with my folks in my fitness club. It's a tough one. And hold. Excellent. Swing your legs out front. Shake them out. Cross. Left leg over right. And we'll take a forward fold. So you're really going to feel the stretch in the bottom leg. Flex the foot of the bottom leg and lean. You can reach. You can have your hands on the mat. You might reach with one hand. Try dropping the head down. Tucking the chin in. Ooh. That's where I get it, right there. Chin in and cross reaching. Let's try that then on the other side. Sit tall to reset. Again, the bottom leg is the leg that's lengthening. Flex the bottom foot. You can cross reach. You can drop your chin in. You can lengthen your spine. Roll up. We will end the way we began, but hopefully you feel quite a bit different. Hopefully you feel more relaxed physically, mentally, emotionally, seeing things in a new perspective, a new mindset. Amazing what a little physical activity can do for the mind and body. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. Please hit subscribe. Please give me comments. Love to hear from you. And let me know what you want more of, or any kind of feedback I will take openly. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.